Hey, don't touch that! Not unless you think you're tough enough to track down the man I'm hunting. Everything I know is in that logbook. I'd find him myself if I had the money to get back on the waves. But for now, I'm just another landlubber selling tours.
Ah, Captain Capsize. I see you've already settled in and started making friends.
I don't want friends. What I want is someone willing to drag that pirate pretender back to reality. Then he can have a long and meaningful conversation with the sole of my boot.
Which won't happen unless you take the time to explain our situation. A while ago, I invited a pirate named Guybrush Threepwood and his wife Elaine to celebrate their honeymoon here on the Sea of Thieves.
You mean a fraud named Guybrush Threepwood? Though I'd also accept liar, imposter, figurehead thief.
Guybrush accepted my invitation, but his ship never arrived. After a while, I began to fear the worst. So I began making inquiries in the Sea of the Damned.
And found me stuck there, sailing in circles in my old glass-bottomed boat. Something that looked like it anyway.
A memory of yours made real by the Sea of the Damned. In that realm, people and places from long ago can come back to haunt you, mingling with all the hopes and dreams in your heart. I fear that Guybrush has become trapped in memories of his own. Memories of a distant pirate sanctuary known as MêLÉE Island. If he is not rescued, he will remain sealed in a dream world for all eternity, surrounded by fragments of his past. That is why I have asked Kate to recruit pirates who are both willing and able to broach the Sea of the Damned and save Guybrush.
And then everybody here will see what a pathetic dope he really is. It's a good plan. Think they can pull it off?
I believe they can. Kate learned of Guybrush's whereabouts, but was never able to reach him. You will be sailing into uncharted territory. On MêLÉE Island, things may be very different from the Sea of Thieves you know.
Which is why you should take my logbook. But don't lose it. Once Threepwood is lost.
Dear Diary, wow, what an incredible end to an amazing adventure. I outwitted the evil pirate LeChuck, caused an avalanche, kinda, and lived to tell the tale. Even better, Elaine and I finally got married, and all of our friends were there too. I don't think we've ever been happier. Now all we have to do is set a course and begin our honeymoon, sailing on the Sea of Thieves. To get there, we have to pass through the Devil's Shroud. Elaine says it's no big deal so long as we follow the map, but I don't know. I miss seeing the stars. I had the nightmare again. I wake up in our cabin. Elaine is gone. And at the end of my bed, LeChuck is there, laughing at me. It's crazy, I know. I left him buried back on Monkey Island, but why does it feel so real? I can almost hear the laughter. But when I did get back to sleep, I had a very different dream. I was back where it all began, on my quest to become a legendary pirate. Back at the start of my very first adventure.
Ahoy there, stranger. Why, this is the world. Though if I were you... Oh, plenty up then. There's the... Well, I am a pirate. Truth be told, I haven't been. Once, he was the terror of... Oh, not what. Who? Once we heard what it... Our governor is none other. His mansion is because the come to think of it, you should talk. My name is Man Comes to What of Who? Never heard of it. Now that you're here, you should relax and maybe not on this. See if you're brave enough to try some for yourself.
I want to be a mighty pirate. Well, if you're here to prove your worth to us, too bad. You're no longer in charge.
Hands off! That key's for official town business only. Hands off! That key's for official town business only.
Scourge of the Caribbean, terror of the Tri-Island territories, master of 1,000 insults. A man who could hold his breath for 60 minutes. Governor Guy Greenwood.
Come to share a table with me? How about
Time for some more grog. Grog, 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 grog.
Try that again, and you'll be joining the devil for supper. Try that again, and you'll be joining the devil for supper.
Hey, you should... Because it's the rules, that's why. Oh, right. Well, I guess you can look around. I want something fiery and hearty. Too bad I'm still missing one of... Meat stew. When I can find the time to spice the meat, sure enough. The lady from the Mojo shop stopped by before she told me to add them to the grog and anything I cook to provide us all. Don't know why, but I hate... Can't help you there. I've just hired a new assistant, and they don't know what the delay is all about. But I hope they remember to pick up their uniform from the general store. I've had it reserved all week. Of course it matters. Cooking's a messy business, and you need... As soon as they arrive, Yeah, in the barrel. But don't think you can just go helping yourself. It's the expensive, extra I got a batch of it in stock in case the Legend of Monkey Island ever stops by for a drink. Think of what you need a strong stomach for this stuff, or you'll be out cold. That's for kitchen staff only. Come to share a table with me? How about sharing some... Aye? Aye. Aye! Aye!
You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface, not to mention the detailed animation. And sorry, but on some
Try that again, and you'll be joining the devil for supper. Leave me be. I'm too thirsty for small talk.
hands off. That key's for official town business only.
Hey, keep your greedy hands to yourself. Where's that blasted cook? Me crew and I are parched drier in Boulder Beach. What be ye wanting? Now that's the sort of question I'd expect from... Granted, more than a few folks have retired from a life of... But pretty much everyone you'll rub shoulders with has flown the Jolly Roger at one time or another, and none of us are ashamed to admit it. Why should it? Governor, the days of being clapped in... What's the matter? You got seawater in your ears? Let Governor Threepwood, the only way you'd be... Oh, you think... But there is what... They say the whole... Oh, really? Well, most... Only the governor... It's just one more reason he's... I assume you mean the cook could have been... Well, I'm sure. Of course, a
Back again? Decided to head up through? You might think so. Now, I don't know where you... You mean purveyors of tea? The pirates gotta eat, though. Ha! What do I look like? If you're peckish... Each of us underwent... But since you ask, I'll let... That's why we took them. Well, there's no need to be like that. Pay him no. Only when he starts up. He claims it's the best he can...
Back so soon. They say the name's Scum. Some called him a genius. Who can say? If it hadn't... Test by which a pirate trouble was, once word began to spread about that, we did. But no matter how dangerous, eventually, no... Elaine Morley was her name. Back before she became Mrs. Elaine Morley, she was a fine leader. And justice, that's putting it mildly. Needless to say, the legend of Monkey Island wasn't about to stand. But that...
What business do you have with us?
I am Murray, the demonic cocking skull. All pirates hear my name and tremble.
Ha! Pay no attention to that blowhard. He left his marauding days behind, along with his
At least I can remember my own name, not like some other skulls I could mention. And one day I shall return to the waves to unleash a new race.
Sure you will. But for now, we provide what you might call telling jokes, hurling vile insults at pirate wannabes, and then
I'm just here for the insults. You stink, ugly.
we're still workshopping some of our material.
I am no mere decoration.
Aye, this be a place so foul. Even
And half the customers will run you through just for the fun of it.
in all my centuries, I've never found a better place.
Oh, don't you dare start blubbering. You can be so embarrassing sometimes.
Well, maybe that holds true somewhere like the Sea of Thieves. But pirates in these parts hold themselves to a different standard. Time was, you could earn the approval of the pirate, but that was then, and this is now. The only way...
Good luck with that. Threepwood's not set foot out of that mansion.
Of course. What could happen to the legend of...
And if you ask me, Threepwood's gotten himself locked in a closet somewhere.
Just ignore him. If anyone knows how to meet... Aye, that they be.
I told you not to...
You'll have to forgive Murray. He and the governor...
Missing, it was an act of theft and wanton Of course, these gullible fools may think of him as a legend. However, the customers and I have formed an eternal bond.
Hey! You leave that skull alone. He's got a job to do. Hey! You leave that skull alone. He's got a job to do. Hey! You leave that skull alone. He's got a job to do.